Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to break down the beautifully chaotic, super high-stakes montage of some of the most iconic toy adventures ever documented. Our focus today is heavily on the concept of leaps of faith. We aren't just looking at cool action sequences, We're really examining the source material to understand the raw emotional leaps these characters take when absolutely everything is on the line. I'm so excited to guide you through this, so let's just get right to it.
So, here is our flight plan for this explainer. We'll start off with Falling with Style, then move right into The Plane Rescue, followed by The Garbage Truck Threat, gear up for Duke Kaboom's Big Jump, and wrap it all up with Lessons in Toy Loyalty.
As you can see, we're tracking a really clear progression of bravery across these distinct eras. We start over on day one with the rocket chase, which is essentially accidental heroism driven by pure, unadulterated panic. But watch how it builds. As we move forward through the airport rescue, the garbage truck incident, and finally out to the playground stunt on day 4, the bravery becomes incredibly deliberate. The stunts evolve into these intentional, fearless choices rather than just frantic reactions.
Section 1. Falling with Style.
Now, this first era of adventure, it's the foundation for everything else. This is where our two totally opposite personalities first face impending, literally explosive danger together. And they realize that their only way out is to rely entirely on each other. Right after the realization hits that a lit rocket is strapped to them, Woody says, "This is the part where we blow up." But Buzz, he confidently responds, "Not today." And then we get that iconic realization. This isn't flying, this is falling with style. When those wings pop out and they detach from the explosive, it perfectly captures the realization of accidental heroism. They aren't magical, right? They're just utilizing their environment and their unique features with undeniable flair.
Now, what's really interesting here is the stark contrast in mindsets during this crisis. Woody is in absolute full-blown panic mode, yelling, "We missed the truck." His focus is entirely on the immediate failure. Buzz, however, has a completely cool, calculated trajectory in mind. He just says, "We're not aiming for the truck." Woody sees disaster, but Buzz sees the bigger picture, using their momentum to drop right through the sunroof of the car where Andy actually is. It's a literal masterclass in staying calm under pressure.
Section 2. The Plane Rescue.
Okay, let's move to the next adventure and see how this builds. We are jumping from accidental survival to a highly coordinated, incredibly high-stakes mission. Excuse me, ma'am, but I believe you're on the wrong flight. Spoken like a true gentleman cowboy. This is Woody, having just ridden bullseye like the wind and navigated a totally chaotic airport baggage system, finding Jessie just before her bags are sent to the terminal for the next flight. This quote anchors our narrative perfectly. It's no longer about escaping a rocket. It's a deliberate, calculated rescue mission to bring a friend home.
But to understand the massive weight of what happens next, we have to look at the lore provided in our source text. Woody's Roundup was a fictional show that starred these characters, but it was canceled. They never saw if they actually made it out of their cliffhanger peril. Jessie uses this exact context when Woody tells her to let go of the plane. She asks him if he's crazy, and he actually uses this shared history to finally get through to her.
This brilliantly illustrates the ultimate act of trust. Just pretend is the final episode of Woody's Roundup. Let's find out together. Wow. Woody takes their unwritten fictional history, the deep anxiety of that unresolved TV show ending, and transforms it into a profound moment of real-world courage. He asks Jessie to take a massive leap of faith off a moving plane, simply trusting that this time they'll write their own ending. And they do. They actually make the jump.
Section 3. The Garbage Truck Threat.
All right, this is where things get loud, fast, and incredibly dangerous. The sheer paralyzing panic of this moment is just palpable. That's not trash. Think, Woody, think. Can you imagine? The sound of an approaching garbage truck is terrifying enough, but when you are only a few inches tall, it's a tragic misunderstanding that nearly leads to absolute disaster. They hear the truck getting closer, and the urgency to act before their friends are thrown away forever is immense. It's a frantic race against a massive, unfeeling machine.
And the chaos compounds so rapidly. Check this out. Woody tries to use Buster the dog to get to the curb, but Buster completely fails the rescue. He literally refuses to get up. The garbage truck gets louder and closer, but then right in the middle of this high-stakes nightmare, there is a surprising, joyful reunion with Bo Peep. Woody is totally shocked to see her, a lost toy, out there in the wild, and suddenly we are thrown into a whirlwind introduction with Bobby, Gus, Lefty, Billy, Goat, and Gruff, all while dodging an oncoming skunk vehicle.
It's a masterfully paced sequence of absolute peril followed by unexpected joy.
Section 4, Duke Kaboom's Big Jump.
Now, brace yourselves because we are revving up for our fourth and final era of adventure. We're heading straight for the playground. 40. Not 4. 40. So the crucial point is this. There is a terrifying difference between the standard 4-foot jump they mentioned Duke making earlier and this colossal, seemingly impossible 40-foot gap over the playground to the carousel. It's an astronomical leap for a toy. It requires complete precision, maximum speed, and a total surrender to gravity.
But it's not just a physical challenge. We're told Duke Kaboom would never repeat a stunt. He's the toy that went on to crash 40 feet into that target. And this highlights the deep internal stakes for this character. Duke has been rejected. He feels like a total failure. So this 40-foot gap isn't just about getting to the carousel, it's a deeply personal redemption arc for him. It's about proving to himself that he is exactly who he was designed to be.
And the tension leading up to it is incredible. Step 1, 3. Step 2, 2. Step 3, 1. Duke revs his motorcycle. He closes his eyes, completely trusting his instincts. The others are watching, terrified, thinking, what is he doing? Oh no. But then Duke yells out, dedicating this ultimate act of bravery to the kid who once owned him. This is for you, Rishon. And then, kaboom. He takes the leap. It's pure electric storytelling.
Section 5. Lessons in Toy Loyalty.
So, having witnessed these 4 incredible, gravity-defying moments, we really have to ask ourselves, what binds all these adventures together? Well, a clear pattern of fierce loyalty emerges. These characters teach us about overcoming our immediate panic by finding a way to fall with style. They show us the absolute beauty of trusting our partners when we feel like we are trapped in our own uncertain final episodes. They prove that you can survive loud, fast-moving misunderstandings by relying on your community. And ultimately, they challenge us to step up, close our eyes if we have to, and launch ourselves over those massive 40-foot obstacles. Their relentless drive to get back to their kid, or to save each other, is the true engine behind every single stunt.
Based on everything we've unpacked in this explainer today, I want you to ask yourself, what 40-foot leaps of faith are you willing to take for the people you are loyal to? Because these toys show us that bravery isn't the absence of fear. It's jumping anyway because someone else is counting on you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I really hope this changes how you view your own daily leaps of faith.